So we finally got our first look at some of the McFarlane toy line from the Avatar movie, and the first toy line that they revealed was of the original Avatar movie and not of The Way of Water. Avatar Theory here, hope you're doing well and having a fantastic day, and in this specific video I want to look at the two Ampsuit toys. One of them just being the Ampsuit itself and the second one being of the Ampsuit and Colonel Miles Quaritch. Now on your screen at the moment you can see the Ampsuit at McFarlane, and you can really see there's quite a lot of detail and color added to this toy. It seems almost like it's just more than a toy, but it is just more of an action figure. It's not like a Hot Toys statue, and you can see there is quite, I'll look at this image is a little bit bigger in a moment, but you can see on the side there the detail is quite incredible, and there's of course no characters inside the Ampsuit. It is just the Ampsuit itself. And if you go to the bottom, it says, quote, "Processing an intimidating presence and the ability to withstand toxic environments, the Ampsuit is a multi-purpose human-piloted mech suit that duplicates all the functions of an infantry soldier, a walking, hydraulic, armored, near-invulnerable exosuit. Its capabilities have proven invulnerable to the RDA," end quote. And it does say that it's designed with ultra articulation, with up to 22 moving parts for full range of posing. It features high detailed sculpts and deco. And then of course at the bottom it just shows where you can pre-order these figures, and I will leave a link of this page in the description below if you guys want to pre-order it on your own store. But looking at a little bit bigger at some of the images, you can see there, like I said, the detail is quite incredible in this one. You can see there at the back, at the bottom, the feet as well. Even though you can see that it is plastic, there's, like I said, it is not a Hot Toys collectible statue, so you're not gonna get that that almost like that not a porcelain exactly, but that finer materials. It's just a plastic toy that you can essentially play with. It's a little bit more aimed at kids, but looking at the detail on the side, you can see there, let me go to an image of the front and let's just increase the size there, and you can see really the detail on this is just absolutely, you can even see the detail there in the cockpit. You have the pilot's radar, the screen there, and you can see that it is just a lot of attention has been added. You can even see, if you look at the knife there on the side, it has those specific edges which just adds to the attention they put on this figurine. Now of course when it does get released, I hope there's not it's not a rushed product. I hope there's not going to be a disappointing. This is definitely one of the toys that I'm going to get when it gets released. You can see there on the edges there, you can see it's a little bit of a plastic, showing that this is after all just a plastic toy, because you can see there the mold there in the middle there also shows a little bit. But what I do like specifically is the box itself. Here you can see, let me just increase this image. You can see there it says Quaritch M, of course, Miles Quaritch, and you can see there, you can even open the door and you can see the inside of the Ampsuit, which really, again, there's a lot of moving parts of this toy itself. And then of course the box is one of the main standouts for me. At the back you can see there the colorful, it is a McFarlane toy, and it says 22 moving parts. And I do love the fact that it says backlight glow. So you can see there, I don't know if it shows, no, it doesn't show here, it just says backlight, blacklight glow, excuse me, I read backlight for some reason, but it does have a blacklight glow. So you can see there it does have some glowing parts, and I do like the way the box just shows that this is it makes me wonder why we never really got one of these when the film released back in 2009. But like I said, I do love the front of the box specifically. It kind of just reminds me of the movie Small Soldiers. I used to love those toys. I love those movies, one of my favorite movies. But just those boxes, the way the box is, you can see there it says 12+, and then of course you have the weapon there and the bullets going around there to the side, and you have the Ampsuit with the knife there in the center. It just says Ampsuit. Now this is one of the two of the Ampsuits that is available of the McFarlane range. And the second one you have here on your screen, which is essentially the same Ampsuit, but you have Miles Quaritch with it. And in the description it says, quote, "Miles Quaritch demonstrates superior piloting skills in his Ampsuit nicknamed Beyond Glory, controlled via high-tech armatures, and equipped with a variety of weapons and raw strength. The Amsuit is even more lethal with courage in the driver's seat." End quote. Now it does say medium deluxe World of Pandora set. This is there's probably going to be a few deluxe sets. I haven't looked at all of these. This is basically my first time looking at these in detail. And it just says that it includes a 1.25-inch Miles Courage action figure and includes an amp with action figure with 8 points of articulation. Now, the previous one did have 22 parts, so of course the previous one does have more moving parts. But looking at let's just increase this image here. Looking at the detail, you can see that Miles Courage himself, he isn't really, there's not really much detail put into him as a figurine, because it's not, again, like I said, this is not a Hot Toys figure. I'm sure if we get hopefully it will be really awesome if we get a Hot Toys figure of the Amsuit with Miles. There will be a lot of detail put into that, but you can see, it's just a cheap toy at the end of the day. But let's look at Miles himself. You can see there, a bit disappointing. It reminds me of one of those. It reminds me of one of those figurines that you always see. You look at one of those knockoff toys. You see Batman and Iron Man and Superman and Black Panther, all of them together in one box, and it just says the Justice Avengers or something like that. Those memes that you always see that the characters just doesn't that don't mix together. This reminds me of that. I'm quite disappointed. I'm very disappointed by the way Courage looks. Compared to the Amsuit, the previous one, Courage is very disappointing. But I mean, it is, like I said, a toy after all. Looking at the Amsuit, I'm sure, if you just have, I'm definitely going to buy both Amsuits, because like I said, I do love the way the box looks. You can see there at Courage again, he's just standing there in his one pose. You can change the pose of the arm, the hand of the Amsuit. You can change, he holds a knife, and if you change that out, it can probably hold a gun as well. And his fingers can probably bend, but you can see there's a knife. And let me go back to this one, whereas you can see here the detail in this one is just much, it's just superior compared to the one that I just looked at. The one here, it's just not that great. But again, the box, I really love the box. And looking at the box from the back, let's see if there's a back shot of it. Now, of course, this is all of the figures together. I just looked at one of the Amsuits, and then I looked at this one, which is the deluxe set. I'll look at all of them individually in different videos, because otherwise the videos is going to be very long. But if you have all of them and you display them, it's going to look very nice. But of course, this one itself, like I said, I do like the Amsuit, but I'm a bit disappointed by how Courage looks. He looks very cheap. It looks very silly. But this is just a quick look, a first look essentially at the two Amsuits from the McFarlane range. Let me know in the comments below what you think of these two Amsuits, and if you want to pick them up. Like I said, the links to these is in the description below if you guys want to check it out yourselves. But let me know in the comments what you think of these. And for more Avatar content, have a look at the rest of my channel. Until next time, have a fantastic day and stay safe.